What's up everyone, my name is Josh Chapman, and in this video I'm going to give you the top 5 tips I have for freshmen going into their freshman year. Now before we get started, I am a junior with a 3.7 GPA, so I do know a little bit about navigating the waters, and these tips that I'm about to give you are organized so that they can help you succeed both physically, mentally, and with your grades, so listen up. I recently reached out to different people in my Instagram and different people via iMessages, such as a class valedictorian of 2021, in addition to different seniors and many athletes. So as you can clearly see, these tips are not biased. Now let's get started. Tip number 1 is to communicate with your teachers. Communication is essential in order to have success within high school. Communication, especially by email, helps you understand the parts of the lesson that you weren't familiar with, in addition to helping you express yourself to the teacher. Not only that, it can also help you improve relationships with your teacher as well. Personally, I recommend communicating by email because you're able to send off correspondence without having to physically talk to the person. Keep in mind that you can't always talk to your teacher after class is done. However, I do not recommend it because it takes away from the time that you have in passing period to get to your next class. After you've communicated with your teacher and you further understand the lesson, tip number 2 that is recommended for you is to study a subject or study each subject for 10 minutes per day after class. Studying subjects in general should be your main priority, but I definitely recommend you study them directly after class because it helps you resonate them into your mind, in addition to saving you stress and time from having to cram all that stuff in the night before the exam. My recommendation is to start with a minimum of 10 minutes for a subject of your choice and study that subject all the way up until your test day. Continue doing this throughout the rest of the semester and you should have no problem in terms of preparing for tests. For those who want to stay busy after the high school day, tip number 3 is to get involved in a sport or get involved in an activity. High school is all about meeting new friends in addition to standing out and to becoming well known, and there's no better way to do that than to play a sport. Now playing a sport also allows you to meet new people from different schools, in addition to getting you ahead on the college application, in addition to clearing your mind up from any mental brain fog that you may have. Tip number 4 is the one that I strongly recommend to you, and that is to ask the upperclassmen for help. Upperclassmen have been in the building for at least 2 to 3 years, and we pretty much know the building like the back of our hands. If you find yourself struggling to get anywhere, whether it's finding a class or you find yourself just drowning in homework, ask us because most likely we've been through it and we have tips and tricks we can share with you. Tip number 5 that I have for you is circle of influence. Hang around positive people who inspire you. I cannot stress this enough because you can be the person with all the talent in the world, but if you hang around the wrong people who lead you down the wrong path, you can lose all that talent and all that potential that you had will no longer be there. There's a quote by Peter Book that says, "You are the average of 5 people you hang around. If you hang around 5 idiots, you'll become the 6th. If you hang around 5 drug dealers, you'll become the 6th. But if you hang around 5 people who are studious and who are hardworking and determined, you'll become the 6th of those." Do not get caught up with the wrong people, especially early in your high school career, because it can damage you not only for high school, but for the rest of your life. If you don't remember anything from this video, remember this. Part of life requires you to walk alone. Friends will turn into enemies and you'll make new friends later on. It's just a part of it. There will be people who will scream louder for your failures, but grow quiet when you achieve success. That's a part of life. Don't be afraid to walk alone and to stand apart from the crowd until you find people that align with your values. Trust me and believe me on that one. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, top 5 tips for incoming freshmen this year. I hope you guys have a good freshman year. As always, I am here. But besides that, if you have any further questions, please let me know, and peace out.